No man is ever truly good, no man is ever truly evil. Those are the words from the first ever entrance theme of one Aleister Black, who we have not seen since October 2020 when he lost a ladder match against Kevin Owens on SmackDown. So rumours have been circulating the past number of months about where Aleister Black has gone. Half the people saying that he's stuck in catering, half the people saying he's dealing with minor injuries. Some people are even saying that they're keeping Aleister Black away from the screen because of the recent firing of Tia Trinidad or Zelina Vega. The man is a former NXT champion, and since he's come to the main roster, he hasn't done much apart from, hang on, I'm gonna check my notes here. Oh yeah, beating AJ Styles and the current WWE champion Bobby Lashley on pay-per-views that happened last year. Hell, even the Lashley match was at WrestleMania. He beat the current WWE champion, who's about to main event one of the nights of WrestleMania, at WrestleMania last year, and now he's stuck doing nothing. Explain. But it's hard to deny that WWE clearly sees something in Aleister Black, and looking at recent posts, especially from Aleister Black, there seems to be a bit of a return being teased. But the question is, how will WWE book it? Well, it doesn't matter, because this is how Dylan would book it, the return of Aleister Black.
I gotta lay down, think I've done enough for today. Did what I had to do and this is enough for me. Never meant to be a winner, never meant to be.
So we're going to begin at WrestleMania 37, and on night 2, Big E is going to be defending his Intercontinental Championship against Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews is going to walk out the new Intercontinental Champion. So we're going to base this story around the Intercontinental Championship, because you've got to be realistic about this. They're not going to push Aleister Black straight into a World Championship picture, because you've got to think, the person who walks out of WrestleMania as the World Champion, whether they're on Raw or SmackDown, they're not going to lose the title on the next pay-per-view. So you've got to think about potential rivalry, potential feuds, and realistically where Aleister Black fits on the card, because unfortunately he's not quite main event caliber just yet. He's got the potential to be if WWE book him right, but right now he isn't there. So we'll give him a mid-card title. So the SmackDown after WrestleMania, Apollo Crews comes out, and as he's making his entrance down to the ring, the Titantron and all the lion behind him begins to fade to black. That's Aleister Black's thing, to fade to black. So just have some simple technical faults at first to throw people off, being like, okay, what's happened there? Maybe it'll be like a botch or whatever, I don't know. But Apollo Crews is going to make no deal with this whatsoever and moves on to whatever he's going to be doing that night. And then the following week, it happens again, but this time, Apollo Crews becomes annoyed. He cuts a promo and he calls out the technical team, like, what's going on? Why are you ruining my moment? I'm the Intercontinental Champion. I'm a warrior, I'm a prince, I deserve better than this. That kind of thing, you know? So then the following week, we have a match between Apollo Crews and Kevin Owens. Nothing happens during Apollo Crews' entrance this week, and he thinks that everything's going to be clean sail. But during the match, the lights begin to fade to black. And as they come back up, Kevin Owens will roll up Apollo Crews and get the win, setting up a match at what pay-per-view next? So at Money in the Bank, you have a Intercontinental Championship match between Kevin Owens and Apollo Crews. And during the entrance, during the match, I would have no trickery, nothing like that. I'll just have it be a clean match, and Apollo Crews will defeat Kevin Owens. You've got to remember back to Kevin Owens' promo back in 2019, when he was calling out the fact that stars like Apollo Crews weren't getting a big push. So you've got to imagine that Kevin Owens won't mind putting over Apollo Crews and setting up a story for another guy that Kevin Owens really highly rates in Aleister Black. But as Apollo Crews is celebrating the win, that's when the lights begin to fade out again. But the lights don't come back up. The only thing that comes up is one single candle that's in the middle of the ring. And he looks at it, he picks it up, and he just throws it into the Thunderdome and disregards it like nothing's happened. So the SmackDown after Money in the Bank, Apollo Crews comes out and he questions what's going on. He wants to work out what's happening. So he calls out this anonymous figure and tells them to come and confront him in person. And he'll go into like the heritage and how people face their problems, or people face the people they want to confront, you know, that kind of thing. But you don't really hear anything until you hear this noise. We're only going to keep it to 2 seconds because of copyright reasons. But that is the first signal that this is something being caused by Aleister Black. And as the lights come up, as the noise is being made, his signature candles surround him on the canvas. And that will be the moment where Apollo Crews realises, okay, I've got Aleister Black on my back. That is a tongue twister. So Apollo Crews will cut a promo backstage on a WWE Network exclusive or something like that, basically saying that he's basically got a plan to get Aleister Black back in the WWE in physical form. So the following week, Apollo Crews comes out and he calls out Aleister Black. He knows it's him, and everyone's worked out at this point it's Aleister Black. It's just about when he shows himself. So Apollo Crews comes out and he just simply challenges Aleister Black to a match at Backlash for the Intercontinental Championship. If you want Apollo Crews to be this warrior, to be this fighter, just have him defend the title whenever possible. And if Apollo Crews is confident that he will take down Aleister Black for everything that Black's done so far, then he should have no shame in defending the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash. But then the lights don't fade to black, they just cut out. Just simply cut out, and it's a little bit more of a sign of aggression, a bit of a, okay, so you're doing something about this now, Apollo. You're doing something now. And then on the Titantron, as the noise comes up again, I love that noise. You see the words, "I accept," in Aleister Black's weird, like, Illuminati font or wherever it is. So the match is set. We know it's going to be Apollo Crews versus Aleister Black for the Intercontinental Championship. And the following week, we'll have a contract signing set up. Apollo Crews comes down to ring and he's half spectacle, half not about if Aleister Black's going to show himself. And as, I don't know, Apollo Crews, Adam Pearce, maybe, I don't know, as they're waiting for Aleister Black to come down to the ring, nobody shows up. No camera trickery, no lighting trickery, nothing like that. Nobody shows up. But then Daniel Bryan comes out. So in my booking, Daniel Bryan is the person that's going to take the pinfall or submission at WrestleMania. He's not going to win the Universal Championship. He's just there so Roman Reigns or Edge still look strong, basically. Daniel Bryan's taking the fall here. So Daniel Bryan comes out and he challenges Apollo Crews. He says, "I want a match with you tonight. If I win, I get the Intercontinental Championship match." Simple as that. So the match is made, Apollo Crews, Daniel Bryan, and Apollo Crews wins clean. Yet again, just progress the story. Apollo Crews, you still want to have him look strong, don't want to have him completely defeated. But as Apollo Crews is celebrating the win, the lights begin to fade out again. But this time, Apollo Crews grabs a mic, basically tells the lighting to stop. The lights come back up, and Apollo Crews has this feeling of, well, maybe I do have power here. Maybe I'm the one in control. So then we come to Backlash, and the Intercontinental Championship match is going to open the show. So Apollo Crews comes out and he's looking confident, he's looking ready for this fight. And then everyone's waiting. Is Aleister Black going to be here tonight? And then his old theme song plays. The one that he had in NXT, the one they, for some reason, got rid of in 2020 when he turned heel. I get it, Aleister Black's a heavy metal kind of guy, but that theme song that he had pumped up the crowd. I've seen it firsthand live. The fans love it. So if you want him to be this face character, which I'm booking him to be, give him that theme back. And he walks down with this mystique, this mysterious look in his eyes, this focus. And it's pretty much replicating what he was like in NXT, the Aleister Black that we fell in love with. So then the announcements are made, Apollo Crews champion, Aleister Black challenger, that sort of thing. And then the ring bells. I do this every single booking, I say the ring bells. I'm an actual dickhead. So the bell rings and Apollo Crews charges at Aleister Black, but then, bang, Black Mass, 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black is your new Intercontinental Champion. Now this kind of squash match doesn't damage Apollo Crews, it just really strengthens Aleister Black, and you can move Apollo Crews to other programs elsewhere. Maybe have a program that runs all the way to SummerSlam, because you've got to think Backlash then, it might even be the pay-per-view after that SummerSlam. I'm not too sure, I haven't really checked up the pay-per-view schedule. But give Aleister Black this sudden impact win to win the Intercontinental Championship. People will pop at that kind of thing. But that's it, that's how I book Aleister Black's return. It's quick, simple, nothing too major. Aleister Black is the sort of character that you can have as this vigilante face, a bit like Sting, but also have this mysterious way about him, a bit like how The Undertaker was with his psychological games. And he can be SmackDown's equivalent to Raw's Fiend, but Aleister Black is more of a believable version of this to mainstream fans who can't get behind believing the fantasy characters like The Fiend. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that booking video, guys. If you want to see me book anything else, leave a comment down below and I will see if I can do that for you. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy this. I'm going to try and do a few more. I'm going to do a load of videos coming up to WrestleMania, so I hope you stick around, subscribe for that, and I will see you in the next one. That was a nice smooth take, actually. That was a really smooth take.